Fuck you, fuck you. Yeah, got the star, bitch. How does that feel, Goomba, you piece of shit? Oh, what's up, guys? Sorry about that. I just thought, in the meanwhile of waiting for Takeover, I'd celebrate by playing Super Mario Brothers 3. Um, there we go. Sorry about that. So, guys, this is my NXT Takeover predictions video. For yeah, for tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of woke up just from like a little like a short 30-minute nap. Um, I apologize. Um, so I might be feeling a little groggy. That's why I'm doing this. Try to wake myself up. Um, so there's 6 matches tonight for NXT Takeover. There's also gonna be a Ring of Honor Super Card of Honor 10. That's what it's called, Super Card of Honor 10. Tonight at the same time in Dallas, Texas, I might add. So plenty of wrestling in Dallas this weekend. um, I got a list of all the Ring of Honor matches that I printed up because I couldn't bother to remember every single one of them. It was a little hard. There's a lot of matches. NXT Takeover, though, I can do just up the top of my head. So with that case, let's go. We'll start off with... Now, I'm only going to be going from the matches that are like the least important to the most important. I'm not going to be going down the matches in terms of what the card is going to look like, because honestly, out of all the events we're getting this weekend and all the matches we're getting this weekend, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn, Joe versus Balor 2, Asuka versus Bayley, Aries versus Corbin, Ambrose versus Lesnar, Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker, Reigns versus Triple H, the three-way between the Divas popcorn piece, between Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky, Jay Lethal defending the Ring of Honor title against a relatively new wrestler, Lio Rush. The reuniting of the Motor City Machine Guns against the Young Bucks, probably the biggest tag team on fire right now in the world, or probably the best tag team at least. So, yeah, it's no shit that there's going to be a lot of matches this weekend. We don't even know what the main event for any of the shows are, and up until it actually happens, Zayn versus Nakamura should main event, although I hear that it's going to be Joe and Balor too. But going from the matches of the least important to the most important, or not least important, I should say least profile to the most high profile, that's how we're going to go in terms of the matches predictions. We start off with Apollo Crews versus Elias Sampson. Now, I'm expecting this match to probably be one of the not so great matches of the show, but I expect it to be a good match. I expect to get at least 10 to 12 minutes out of it. Just have a hell of a blast, have a lot of fun. And I expect some good wrestling. Hopefully, this can be the breakout performance of Elias Sampson, because we haven't seen too much of Sampson. We've seen him, but he hasn't really done anything important. He's just been beating several guys. With one of his most recent matches, losing to Johnny Gargano. So, with that said, who should win? Well, it's kind of hard to choose. Elias Sampson is new in terms of the character. The Drifter is new. The Drifter character, that is. And he needs a lot of momentum. If NXT wants to push him as one of the new guys, hey, we want to make this guy a future star. But at the same time, Apollo Crews just lost at Takeover London against Baron Corbin, and just a little while ago lost his match, a high profile match with Finn Balor on NXT. So with that said, it's like who should win? Because both of them, it's one of those things where both of them not can't afford the loss, but needs the win more. Let's see here. I'm gonna go. My prediction. I'm gonna go with Elias Sampson to win the match. He's newer in NXT. He needs a big. He needs the win more than Apollo Crews does. Apollo Crews has a few big wins, but Elias Sampson doesn't have any. He needs a big win in order to elevate him to possibly the next level of his career in NXT. But nothing against Crews. I'm just saying Elias Sampson needs the win. And heck, maybe this paves the way for a Apollo Crews, not a heel turn, but like a more serious run, because he's been the smiling babyface, and it just doesn't work. It works for very few guys anymore, and I'm afraid that Apollo Crews might die a death in WWE if they keep him the smiling babyface. So I'm gonna go with Elias Sampson. Next match is the NXT Tag Team Championship match. The Revival defending the NXT Tag titles against American Alpha. Easy one here. American Alpha has to win. They've been on such a freaking roll in the past few months. Originally they were heels separate. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan actually turned heel on Ty Dillinger and attacked him, and they broke up because they were attacking for quite a while. And for the longest time, I didn't see anything of Jason Jordan because they didn't allow us to see anything of Jason Jordan. Now that we're actually seeing some good time with him and his tag team with Chad Gable, it was the greatest thing I could imagine. Sorry, guys. Oh, tired. I might actually take a nap between. Well, actually, probably not. I remember. I just woke up from a nap, so bear with me here. But yeah. So American Alpha against the Revival. The Revival, which is the tag team of Scott Dawson and Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, who we just call Dash and Dawson. Um, they are like a very old school kind of tag team, like one of those '80s tag teams. The wrestling style, the way they do things, just their pizzazz, what they do. They're a very '80s style type of tag team where all they want to do is just beat the shit out of you. I like this tag team. This is the kind of tag team we need on the main roster, not some fucking goofball stable like the League of Nations, or the League of Losers, I should say, or the Social Outcasts. We need the Revival. As for American Alpha, like I said, they need to win this match big time. They're on a huge roll. Not winning here would be a huge blow to their momentum. It's just, wow. Jesus, I mean, we need them to win because they are. You know what they remind me of? And a lot of people have said this, but I'm gonna say it as well. They remind me of Team Angle, the world's greatest tag team, Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin, who were an absolutely fantastic team. They were one of the best tag teams of WWE, and I loved them a lot. And American Alpha have that potential to be that good of a tag team. Because Chad Gable is probably one of the best wrestlers WWE has right now, and we haven't even seen him in that long of, say, a singles match. I mean, this guy is like a great amateur wrestler, and Jason Jordan is also pretty good. I mean, he's the suplex guy. He can do the Germans. He can do the belly to bellies. He can do the fishermans. He can do the T-bone suplexes. He can do all that. He's like Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin, was somewhat known for using a T-bone suplex. And I see a lot of Shelton Benjamin and Jason Jordan, all that raw talent. So my picks to win are and I'm expecting a really good match here, if nothing else. These are two of the best tag teams in the division. They need to knock it out of the park and prove that the tag teams are on display and that we will kick ass. Um, so yeah, my prediction: the American Alpha, Jason Jordan, and Chad Gable, new NXT Tag Team Champions. And those are just the two matches. And still got 4 more matches to go. And the next one is a really big match, which is weird considering it's only probably the 4th high profile match of the night. We have Baron Corbin against a personal favorite of mine, and I love this guy, the debuting Austin Aries. Austin Aries made his debut a few weeks ago on NXT in in what was eventually led to be a blindsided attack by Baron Corbin. Hell, Austin Aries didn't even enter the ring. He got laid waste on the outside, and then Baron Corbin threw their t-shirt on him. And it was announced, I think it was like a week later, maybe 2 weeks later. It was announced the same show as Joe and the Joe Zayn 2 out of 3 Falls match took place. That William Regal said that Austin Aries wants a match with Baron Corbin at NXT Takeover Dallas. And who am I prediction? Well, I like both these guys. Baron Corbin has actually, in the past year, Baron Corbin has really improved in the ring. He's gotten better matches with guys like... He needs to wrestle longer matches with guys like Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, Apollo Crews. But I'm expecting an Austin Aries win. It would be idiotic for Austin Aries to lose on his first match in NXT. Austin Aries needs to win this match. I'm expecting a very good match here. I'm probably not a very good match. I'm not expecting like a freaking 5-star match. I'm expecting a good match here with Aries and Corbin because Corbin has really improved. Aries is one of the best wrestlers that NXT has just by name alone. Aries is one of the great wrestlers that they have. Aries is no slouch himself, and he has really shown how good he can be. So my prediction, sorry Corbin, but Austin Aries has to win this match in order to, make and so that way he won't be a jobber. So my prediction, Austin Aries. I'm expecting a good match here. The third high profile match is Bayley defending the women's championship against Asuka. Now, God damn it, I may have to get water after this. But Bayley versus Asuka. So this all came about when they basically been building Bayley and Asuka up so well within the past 6 to 8 months. Bayley won the NXT Women's Championship the night before WrestleMania. Not WrestleMania. The night before SummerSlam at NXT Takeover Brooklyn. And she just knocked it right the hell out of the park. She and Sasha Banks had the American women's match I've ever seen. There may have been better women's matches in Japan, but as far as America goes, bar none, best women's match ever. Better than some of the matches we've seen with Sasha and Becky. Better than Sasha and Charlotte. Better than TNA's Gail Kim and Taryn Terrell feud in 2013, where they had 2 really good matches, a great match even in the ladder match. And up until that point was one of the best female matches ever until the series between Sasha Banks and Bayley. Asuka, on the other side, debuted I think about 2 months later after Bayley won the title. I know she had a match at Takeover Respect against Dana Brooke, and then later had a match with Emma at Takeover London. Asuka's been a house of fucking fire. I mean, she has been awesome. She has rocked the freaking world. And Asuka is like that female badass that WWE is lacking. I mean, think about it. You have the boss, Sasha Banks. You have the hero, I guess, in terms of Bailey. You have the ass kicker or the last kicker in terms of Becky Lynch. You have the like over macho heel in terms of Charlotte. Paige can play the Paige is most gifted at playing the spoiled brat, and Asuka is like but and Becky Lynch, like I said, she's the last character, so I guess she's like the fighter. Asuka is like the freaking she's the badass, the woman you don't want to meet, either in the alleyway or probably in the bed. If I was in bed with Asuka, I'd be scared to have sex with her. Um, but who should win this match? Well, considering it's not the main event and possibly Bailey is not coming up to the main roster soon because we just got 3 of them in a main feud. I'm gonna predict Bailey to win this one, but trust me, guys, this is gonna be a great match. It has to be a great match, and this is not going to be the last time we see these two together. I'm predicting at the next Takeover show that Asuka will win the title. So for this case, Bailey's going to retain the title. Maybe an aftermatch assault, maybe not. But Bailey is going to retain the championship here. My prediction, Bailey to win. 2 more matches here. One match is going to be Finn Balor defending in a rematch, defending the NXT Championship against Samoa Joe. Now, I actually thought that Finn Balor was going to go on to another opponent. I actually thought he was going to face Sami Zayn at NXT Takeover, with Zayn losing and putting over Balor as the next big NXT guy. But no, but I'll get to Zayn in a moment. But no, he's actually having a rematch with Samoa Joe. The way things are going, and the way everything's going on, Samoa Joe is it's a fucking house of fire. He is. I haven't seen Joe this good since his TNA days, in like from 2005 and up until the latest, you could say 2009. But because he still had great matches, the triple threat match with Styles and Christopher Daniels at Turning Point 2009. He actually had a good match with Kevin Nash in his later years, something that's very hard to do, at Turning Point 2008. He had a great TNA World Title run, had good to great matches with Scott Steiner and Kaz in that triple threat match, Kurt Angle at Lockdown 2008, Sting at Bound for Glory 2008, the triple threat match with Kurt Angle and Christian Cage, basically, at No Surrender 2008. Just overall good to great matches throughout that career, though, especially those first 4 years. A lot of people say the first 2 years. They were his best, but the first 4 years were to me, were great. Well, a couple bumps in the road, but they were great. And after that, and his match with Styles at Against All Odds 2010, he just kind of fell flat. He kind of went down. Why? Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff. That's why. Fuck those guys. Anyways, so who am I going to predict to win here? Well, Finn Balor has been NXT champion since Beast in the East last year, which is like, I think that's June. So he's had a long title reign. Joe's a house of fire. I'm going to predict Samoa Joe to win the championship. That's my prediction. A part of me, and I heard this going around, maybe Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, 2 members of the Bullet Club, might interfere in the match and cost Joe the title, thus turning Balor heel. I don't see that happening because turning Balor heel at this point is not stale, but it's not. I don't see what it does for Balor if Joe unless we turn Joe face again, which he just turned heel a few months ago. So I don't get that. So my prediction is for Samoa Joe to win the title. Now, last match here, and I am looking forward to this match more than anything. This, even if it doesn't come on last, this is the real main event of the night. This is gonna be Sami Zayn's, probably his coup de grace. Sami Zayn's, farewell match. And he is going to face against possibly the biggest Japanese name for the past 10 years. His name is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura I've actually followed quite well. He faced Brock Lesnar in New Japan for the IWGP World Heavyweight title. In fact, from what I recall, I believe Shinsuke Nakamura and Brock Lesnar are actually friends. So to have Nakamura and Lesnar in the same company again after 10 years is actually quite refreshing. So Nakamura is, yeah.
The laptop is here. Chad just left.
Okay. That happened, and I'll get to that and later. So, anyways, continuing on my predictions. Close the door. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, Zayn and Nakamura. I'm not expecting this, but it's not that far-fetched to think these guys can have a 5-star match, especially with the talent like Sami Zayn and especially the caliber that is Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean, this match can be fucking fantastic. This match has to be the best match of the night, bar none. Who am I predicting to win? I am predicting Shinsuke Nakamura. It's Shinsuke's first match in the WWE overall. He's had no tryout matches before, at least not to my memory. He didn't wrestle in any house shows before Takeover Dallas. I've looked it up. So Nakamura has to win this match. Shinsuke Nakamura, I'm predicting to win this match in probably one of the biggest wins of his career against a wrestler who he's never faced before in Sami Zayn. I've looked that up too. And with that said, guys, that's my predictions. Shinsuke Nakamura to win. So just to recap, Paul Cruz against Elias Sampson. I'm predicting Elias Sampson to win. American Alpha versus Revival for the NXT Tag Team titles. I'm predicting American Alpha, Jason Jordan, and Chad Gable to win. Aries versus Corbin. I'm predicting Austin Aries. Bayley and Asuka. I'm predicting Bayley. Balor and Joe. I'm predicting Joe. And Nakamura and Zayn. I am predicting Nakamura to win that match. Those are my predictions, guys. With that said, have fun watching NXT TakeOver Dallas, and hopefully later, and if I have enough time, I can I can give my predictions for the Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor event. I got a list of the matches right here. So with that said, guys, see you till next video. Later.